Welcome, race fans, to the start of a brand new chapter. It is season 19 of the Wednesday Cup live right here on Simsational TV, and where better to begin than the home of British motorsport, Silverstone circuit, in its classic 2005 layout. It's a track steeped in history. Born from an airfield in 1948 and forged by decades of legends and still as demanding of ever. It's fast-flowing, unforgiving, and I'll tell you what, this is the circuit that defines racing itself. From the blast off the line into cops, precision is everything. Too much throttle and you are gone. Then it's into the old school heart of Silverstone. Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, corners that separate the fearless from the fortunate. That sequence isn't just fast though, it's poetry in motion. A symphony of grip and nerves. Down the hanger straight though we go. Engines scream past 270 kilometers an hour before diving into Stowe, where commitment meets chaos. The lap flows through Valet, Club and Bridge, each corner demanding control, patience and pure instinct. And tonight the drivers of the Wednesday Cup face 2005's finest challenge, a layout without mercy, built for racers who live on the edge. New season, no. New rivalries, and the road to glory starts here at Silverstone, the spiritual home of speed. This is round one of the Wednesday Cup season 19, and you are watching it all live here on Simsational TV.
Yes, indeedy, folks. So welcome back. And welcome to the Wednesday Cup again, the midweek masterpiece of mayhem, where digital desperados and pedal-powered poets strap themselves into high-horsepower hooligan machines and attempt some organised motorsport with wildly varying results. This is the championship that turns weekdays into wheelspin, spreadsheets into speed, and responsible adults into corner-cutting chaos gremlins. Tonight, the sim rigs are humming, the force feedback is flinching, with several brake pedals and squeaking like possums trapped in the supermarket trolley. Goodness me. Expect dive bombs of dubious legality, panic-based pit stops, and at least one poor unit discovering they've mapped the ignition to their horn or their push-to-talk button. We've seen that a few times, and I'm not alone in this commentary carnival, folks. Joining me tonight, we have Zach O'Reilly, a man who once completed an entire enduro with his wheel upside down because he liked the steering feel, and Dean Hanley, the only human alive who has rage quit a practice session, rejoined, rage quit again before the tyres were even warm. Together, these two have more microphone chaos than a karaoke night in a cyclone. Welcome, gentlemen, to the broadcast tonight.
Good to be here. Thank you very much, Christopher, and good to be beside you, Dino Hanley. This is exciting here. These TVRs on screen are an absolute rip snorter, mate. I hope you're looking forward to season 19.
Oh, looking forward to this one. Thanks for having me again, gentlemen. This is the one night I am happy to be the third wheel in the comm box. Have a look at these things. Beautiful job on these cars. They look fantastic.
They do. I'll tell you what, round one, though, is where we are. And it is Silverstone, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2004 to 2009 layout. Tell you what, 17 turns, 5.1 kilometres of action, and just dead set taking you back to the period correct version of the track when these cars were at their absolute peak here at TVR. It's the Speed 6. We'll get to them in a second. But as always in the Wednesday Cup, it is qualifying for 8 minutes. It's a 15-minute race one. It's a second race 16-minute with a top 10 reverse grid from the finishing positions in a race one. And then it is a race 3 17-minute with top 15 reverse grid from the results of race 2. It's hot out there. It's 28 degrees and 39 degrees circuit temperature there. And Brendan Hack was the quickest man, Christopher, in the practice session. A 151.614. That's galloping here. I can give you the hot tip.
Yeah, absolutely. Around this circuit, there's so many turns to get it wrong, but there's also so many turns to get it right. So we are all systems go down here as well. We've just clicked over to the qualifying session. So we are rip-roaring, ready to go, folks. Let's bring up the timing tower here. My goodness me, it's a great turnout here for round one. We've got exactly 26 cars in the server at the moment, so we're going to get hopefully some action out there, and hopefully some cars that behave themselves a little bit better than last season.
Yeah, we'll see if they do that. And the Wednesday Cup Season 18 was formerly Migale's absolute mayhem. And we saw cars roll over, we saw people jagging wheels and all that sort of action. And I'll tell you what, that was something to behold. But they're back enclosed into it. And there's some championship ramifications now for all the on-track tomfoolery. And they will get deducted 2 points for every contact that is made between another car. And 5 kilos will be applied to the racers individually for 5 laps of the race distance. It'll be wiped at the end of each race. And it's just a deterrent there for these boys to stop acting like absolute dead set tomfools out there, Dino. And with all this qualifying action now, we've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And Clint Olive here is taking the chockies here with some clean space.
Got a bit of a gap out front there. Just has some big names in this one. Olive sort of looks like he's just on his warm-up lap here. He'll get going. But, I mean, look at the names up and down the field, guys. Like, this is going to be a cracker of a season. There is some real big names there, some very fast guys. I can't wait to see how this pans out. Like, it's going to be a great series.
Yeah, it looks like these cars are really good for some wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door action as well. So, folks, get your early predictions in. The futures bet. Who can take the championship? Can Fabian Fitness go back-to-back? Can Matt Munro get up there in the mix too? He's got the Brisbane Broncos Premiers livery there as well, so trying to channel a bit of that winning attitude as well. Zach O'Reilly, we'll see if he can come good this season, but Clint Olive is the first man out there, and we might get on board with him for a flying lap.
Yeah, let's get going here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an absolute rip snorter here from the big man. He's filing his way around the final turn here, and I'll tell you what, right now, Christopher, he knows how to navigate a circuit. He is on song here with all of the track limitations. It is a beautiful circuit, and then we'll start the flying lap here. Into turn 1 we go. I'll tell you what, beautiful action here. He's just got the car pointed in nicely, gets the car turned in. Lovely, uses all the ripple strip he can on the exit. Now he's got to fire his way into Maggots. Then he's got Beckett's to navigate. Then he's just got to file his way back through the second section of the Beckett's corner, which fires it onto the hanger straight. Out of Chapel he goes. Just using a little bit less of the track at the moment, just gauging where the grip is. Here is Clint Olive in his loving life here. The hanger straight underneath the overpass we go. Stowe Corner's coming up next, and it's a heavy braking zone here. You've got to go down from 6th gear all the way down to 3rd and get it fired in early, because these cars have a tendency to understeer on the exit. Gets it fired out there beautifully. Smooth as butter at the moment here for the big fella. He is absolutely loving life here. This is an old section of the circuit, ladies and gentlemen. So you got a left to right chicane, which ends up in being a sweeping long right-hander. It is fantastic to look at, and these guys know exactly where to go here at this circuit. They've had their practice. They know where to go. They're at a club now. This is the Abbey chicane that we call it here. Then you navigate your way around this one, up over the inside curves, out onto the second section. This is the Farm Straight, they used to call it back in the day. Under bridge we go, because there is an overpass there. Fire this in, nearly full beans too, but Clint Olive just lets off there. Into Priory we go. Brooklands is the next one at this corner. It nearly links these two together. If you navigate these two beautifully, it sets you up for a good lap. On the slide there was Clint, so he's absolutely pushing to the nth degree. Then we've got Luffield here, and Woodcote will be the last corner, but you've got to get this one right here to set yourself up, because this is where the suck can happen. And we saw Verstappen and Hamilton come together big time here at this section of the circuit a couple of years ago. But Clint Olive is doing a lap here beautifully. Woodcote's done. Across the start-finish line, he goes for a 1:52.663 to opening his lap. And here we go, Matt Munro's about to cross the line. Right behind him was Jake Buttigieg, and Buttigieg clipped him. A 1:52 dead is the time to beat. Tommy Corks has got in there for the top 3, Dino, and the times are just starting to fill in fast.
Mate, the times are coming down. There's Andre into 4th, and then Jace has stepped up into 6th. Like, these guys are pushing for it. We've got Ezra into 9th. So look at that top 10 already. I mean, we're so early into quali. We've got Buttigieg, Olive, Corks, Elliott, Fitness, McFadden, Munro, Simmons, Grant, and James. And this is just the start of quali. There's still some laps. Hang on a minute. We've got Lee. Oh, the Birdman's just popped himself into 4th. These guys are away here. Times are coming down. We've got Colton's just got up there. Smart's on his way. Hang on. We've got a quick time. It's Hack. I mean, he had the fastest time straight up, didn't he?
Yeah, he was quickest during the week in practice as well. So just waiting for him to really show us what he's made of and how he's organised his practice. But look at this, there's a car in the way there. That might be Lee Crowther in the bright lime green colours there, but Hack just having to navigate around him, so he will not be setting any timing towers alight at the moment. However, Fitness has gone purple in the first sector, so the season 18 champion now just starting to flex the old muscles there in the Fitness machine, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, the old Plus Fitness livery is back, and it's looking ever so nice on these TVR Speed 6s. What a beautiful car they are. 6-cylinder of absolute brutality. They look like a kit car, and that's exactly what they were, but they were on production line, and the British loved them. And we're just better to start off the season than right here at their home ground at Silverstone in Britain too. Paving Fitness is doing purple first sector, green in the second sector. He's setting the green micro sectors alight here, so this could be an improvement for him here. He's got about 5 seconds to beat the time there up in front of Jake Buttigieg. As he crosses the line, he's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Bang to the top, 151.905. The first man in the 51s is the old championship leader, but it's only 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and that means everyone's starting to file in for their final second last laps here. Andre Elliott's gone to fourth. Virgo on screen right now, himself up into fifth place, but it's a huge gap there between anyone from first all the way down to fifth. It's nearly 7/10 of a second. The mid-pack, the amount of 52s that are on the screen at the moment, I'll give you the hot tip. They're ready and ripsnorting to go, Dino.
Mate, these are hard times to get to. To get into the 51.9, so Fitness has laid the challenge down straight away. I've got a feeling, though, there'll be another 51 coming through here. Ferguson seems to be doing okay. He's got some green sectors. He's just popped a little purple sector. So this could bring... Oh, he's gone green sector in the first. This could bring him up a bit, but traffic might be a problem here. That looks like... I can't see who that is in front of him, but he might be getting held up a little bit. That's not a great situation. You want to give yourself a bit of room, try and get the lap down. But these guys are still going hard at it. I mean, how far much faster can they go? There's got to be more in the 51s, Chris. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, there's only a minute left in qualifying as well. So if they are to... if it is to be, it's up to me. It's one of my favourite sayings. And these guys are now having to really prove themselves there in the... I'm not going to say it, Zach O'Reilly. I'm only allowing myself a quota of one TTS. I can only say it once per night, so I'm just going to wait until it's really pertinent as well. But looking up and down the timing tower, there's not really anyone doing the purple thing. But who's going to knock Fitness off at the end of this one? 30 seconds to go. Ferguson has gone green and possibly green in the second one as well, but a big slide there as well is not going to help him at all. So down the order, Brendan Hark down there in 7th position, just battling with some traffic. It's not going to help him, ladies and gentlemen, because he was quickest during the week, but now he's just struggling to find a clean lap. And with that many cars out on circuit, you can see them on the map as well. They're all bunched in the absolute bottom half of this circuit at the moment. So this is his final lap, and he's not going to improve. Who is, ladies and gentlemen? It is Lachlan Grant, who's doing good things as well, wherever I can find him on the timing tower. There he is, 8th. He's gone green, 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 up to 8th position. Olive's done for the day, up there in 3rd. Great result from him. Lee Crowther goes across the line in 4th, Zach O'Reilly. Who else have we got to keep our eye on here?
Well, we'll see what we can do because the times are coming in. Atkins has just put himself up into 8th place as well. The Birdman just crossed the start-finish line just before... Oh, no, he didn't. He got the checkered flag. But Fitness, he's on the prowl here. He's still got a 51.9. Will he be any further up the grid? That is a colourful-looking livery there from Colton Atkins too. Andre Elliott, though, setting the first sector alight. He set a PB in that. He's got a little bit of traffic to navigate in front of him. He's tail wagging as well their way around the circuit. Can the Rangiart Simblacks driver put himself up into 3rd place at least here? It's looking like it could be on song here. He's just a little bit off, but still setting some personal bests here in Sector 1. Sector 2, he's just micro-sectored his way into a purple there, so he's given Fabian something to be nervous about. Oh, no, he's just ran wide there into the chicane, and that will hurt his final time. Purple on the micro-sectors, but that was just an overshot into the micro-sector timing area. Let's see what he can do here. We'll ride with him for the rest of the lap here. He's just sliding that car everywhere. Beautiful car behaviour from these cars. They're so on the edge, but also they are just absolute barnstormers to race around. Smooth, calm and collected is how to go about it. He's setting greens in the purples in the Sector 3 here. So personal best coming Dr. Dre's way. He won't be forgotten about here. How far up he can go. Jake Buttigieg's taken pole of Fabian Fitness in the meantime, but 51.8. What is Dr. Dre going to do? He's going to start and come across the start-finish line here. It's going to be a 52-something. It's not even a PB. He's just lost out on that one, just giving us a catfish as a timing to errors. Simons has come across and put himself into 16th. He's jumped Remo Grant there in the end of it, but that is qualifying done and won. And at the death comes through the corporal in Jake Buttigieg himself, the junior of the two on the screen. And boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department, that was it at the death lap there, Dino. Beautiful stuff there from the corporal.
Mate, I was just waiting for someone else to come through, and Jake's just come straight through with that time. He's only just got there, but it's enough. I mean, it's enough. He's got there. I told you all the main players had come to the top. I'm loving it. Loving it. Love seeing these guys push like they do.
Yeah, it's an impressive thing to behold, ladies and gentlemen, and they'd be sweaty out there too. It's a very stressful situation qualifying when you've got that many cars out on the circuit and not a lot of time to get your magic happening. But that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Done and won. Let's see what we've got there. Jake Buttigieg first, Clint Olive in second. I think people have left the server, so that is not accurate. But what we will get is an accurate grid count once we come back from the break, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, we'll be right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry about that. Season 19 open up here at Silverstone 2005 style. And it is going to be an absolute barnstormer. It is Jake Buttigieg and Fabian Fitness off the front row for race one. 15 minutes of racing action coming your way. Bit of nervousness coming the driver's way as well, because ballast will be applied with any contact in tomfoolery. But don't you worry. Don't turn your head. Go and get that condiment refilled. Get the Sayos, get the Vegemite, get the cheese board out there. Speaking of cheese board, Marzella's in the circuit, because race one is coming up here at Simsational TV with after just a few words from our sponsors. Don't you go anywhere.
SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training.
We're back on track, ladies and gentlemen. The anticipation is palpable here. It's the first race of season 19. And you can see the crowd there have turned out in droves here on what is a beautiful day in the UK here at Silverstone. Back in 2005 too. We've just jumped out of the TARDIS and we're back and ready for some racing action, guys. Who is going to take out this first one?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hot tip here, viewers at home. That is dead set in the fair dinkum department, the quality of the grid. Buttigieg and Fitness right there. Clint Olive, who's just hit some form here, dead set, absolutely out of nowhere. Munro's been jumped by him. And then you got Crowther, Birdman, Corks, Atkins, and Hackster. So in times of the top 10, and Lachlan Grant too, don't forget about him.
Yeah.
We've got people right there ready to rip, snort, and go, Chris. This is going to be an absolute ripper of an opening race here. Two more after this one. Oh, I know what the boys are thinking in there. They're getting a little bit of a red mist, but they're also getting sweaty than a gypsy with a mortgage about this one. This is going to be on.
That's right, Dino. We've we got a minute to go, so if you can talk for 55 seconds, that would be absolutely brilliant.
I reckon I can do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
go for it.
people usually can't
In
shut me
one
up.
breath.
All I need is a screen to see what's going on.
Oh, what happened?
And I'll be able to see what's happening
That's
here, and I'll be
there.
able to talk my way
Oh,
through it.
buggy, I've got the screen. So anyway, anticipation is killing us. And I'll tell you what, when we see the amount of colours on this grid, a massive shout out to Sly Fox Designs, because he has created all of these custom ones that you can see there. It's just been a barnstormer for him. He knows how to go about it, and it's been a classic. We've got the Simblacks team there ready to rock and roll. We've got Jake Buttigieg with the Air Malta. We've got Fabian Fitness with the Plus Fitness. We've got a colourful Colton Atkins. We've got Tommy Corks just in the pearlescent blue car you can see out there in the distance. But Christopher, the lights are up. The stream has gone down on our end in terms of the Discord live for whatever reason. But it's lights up, Christopher. Let's go racing here for the first time in season 19.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not too sure why it's paused, but we are ready and go. Oh, that's a that's a false start from Fitness there. I reckon that is going to be a drive-through penalty for him. He will take the lead into Cops, but he will have to go through the old pit lane. I reckon that is no bueno from him. Matt Munro has moved up into third position. If we could get a view there, he's taken over. Lee Crowther up there to third. Poor old Clint Oliph's dropped down from third down to fifth as well. We'll get a group. Oh, look at that. There's cars off there in the first section. I think that's Brendan Hark in the pink livery there as well. Couple of drivers going straight across the green stuff. But for the most part, it looks like they're getting through this little curvy section. There's a little bit of contact there from one of the Speed Nation cars as well. That'll be 5 kilos ballast. Thank you very much. But it looks like the majority of the field has got through fairly cleanly. Here we are, Clinton Olive under all sorts of pressure too. Andre Elliott getting right up and acquainted with the rear wing here. He looks into the veil for the first time. He goes around the outside, but Clint Olive sticking it fat right there, and those big long-nosed TVRs, they've got plenty of nose to stick up the inside, and he's going to take every inch of that. Oh, look at this little gaggle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, 3 wide as well down through the new pit straight, but it is now back in 2005. So here goes Elliott on the brakes. Oh, a little bit of pinching there as well, bit of a locking up situation, but they all get through cleanly. That is Lee Crowther bouncing over the sausage curbs as well. He's going to get done as well up the inside by Andrew Ferguson, who's made up a number of positions off the start. So he's looking good here in the TVRs in season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Andre Elliott up there right up behind Clinton Olive, who's taken over that position again.
Yeah, he has, and he's just done a good job as Andre's kept it clean and kept it aggressive there at the same time. Everyone's coming through. There goes Fabian Fitness into the pits. He is out of this one. Goodness gracious me, the stream's paused again. But anyway, he's right on the screen. The stream has ended. Is Christopher Munro still around?
Trying to put it back
Goodness
on.
gracious me, he's still trying to put it back up. Fabian Fitness is doing it, but I'm telling you right now, look at these two. Doc Elliott is now hounding the arse end of Tommy Corks. Fantastic little bit opening stanza there from him. He is absolutely on fire here, is Andre Elliott. Not forgotten about at any rate of knots. He said his eyes were bloody being held up by toothpicks at the start of this night, the Kiwi, but it looks like it's doing the trick here at the moment. Maybe some grip.exe involved there too, but he's just sending it to the high heavens here in the opening stanza. He's just
Well, we've just lost him there. I think the connection's just dropped out down there in Melbourne. So we'll take over. It's Tommy Corks and Andre Elliott going side by side again through the right-hander here. Corks has the inside run in that chrome blue-looking vehicle. Very nice indeed. And look at the big... just a lineup of cars all just getting behind these guys. He's literally a cork in the bottle here is Tommy Corks. He's got Elliott, we've got Ferguson, we've got Crowther, Grant, McFadden, Wallace. The boys have lost connection with the boys in TeamSpeak as well. This is not ideal. Dino's still there. I think Zach's having some connection issues down there in Melbourne, mate.
I think we've lost Zach, mate.
Yep.
I definitely think we've lost him. But this is a great battle. I mean, look at Dre at the moment on Corks. They are right on each other. There's close battles all up and down the field here.
Yeah, let's go down
we don't know
here.
where to look.
Let's go down to Remo.
Sorry, Chris.
No, you're right. We got Remo Grant on the back of Carl Mybus. We haven't seen him in the server for quite some time, but looking up and down the field, we've got to go back here because Fergo's up behind this little gaggle of cars now, Dino.
Fergo's right up the back of these guys. This is all happening. Look at it. It's all over the shop. Fergo, what's going on here? Fergo's trying to come through. Crowther's involved. The timing tower's going nuts with the positional changes.
Yeah, it certainly is. We got Grant and Zacco's back in the commentary box as well after a momentary disconnection.
Goodness me, the old PC just shut down on me. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Look at Lachlan Grant. He's absolutely shutting every move down possible and putting smoke signals between himself and Jason McFadden there too. Oh my goodness me, those DeWalt and Rangout liveries look so similar from the front.
They do.
You're going to have to look at the big old TVR livery on the front there for Lachlan Grant. But he's doing a cracking job here. Look at the guys just all streaming through here to rate of knots. This is beautiful stuff. They're giving each other plenty of racing room here, but being fair and square about it. Lachlan Grant on the dance there in the braking zone. Jason's going to look for an invitation up the inside. Can't get that job done. Just files his way back out single file style. Now they're going for a Jason up the inside. Looks to show the nose. A little bit of a break block opportunity here, possibly. Grant's on the squiggle there too. McFadden's going to go around the outside and Brian's cousin. Oh, trailer park girl move. Beautiful stuff there. The bloody director there is on the piss at the moment at about 10 grade cordials, I reckon. But look at the Axter coming through at the rate of knots. Now he's all over the back end of Grant, who's under all sorts of pressure here. Just trying to pressure point himself into a positional advantage there as the Hackster over Grant. Can't get the job done. He's got to be careful though, because right behind him is Winner Morris for Scotland, just representing the old beautiful Namco livery style there. This is NASCAR-esque, and I'm loving that one. He's got Matty on the background, but the racing still happens up and down the field. 0.2 of a second between Corks and Elliott now, who's under all sorts of pressure there in fourth. Dino Hanley. This is on like Donkey Kong.
Mate, this is all happening. It looks like Elliott snuck around Corksy there. So this is all happening. And then in the background, you got Lee Crowther coming through. But I don't think Corks will let that go too easy. So that's Andre up to fourth. We got Corks up to fifth. And then we've got Crowther in sixth. But these guys are nice and tight. I think they've traded places a few times. It's great to watch this racing. Everyone seems to be keeping it nice and clean. Oh, look, we can see him in there. Oh, here we go. We've got Colton Atkins around the outside there. He's gone on the grass. He's trying to go around Remo by the looks of that one. Oh, no, it's Mimbus there. Hang on, he's got him on the outside. He's glitched back. Look at that for a move. Straight up the inside. Beautiful driving. Loving the way this is going.
Yeah, beautiful switchback there from Colton Atkins. We've seen him in previous seasons as well, one of the speedy customers. So maybe he was one of the cars that went off at the first turn there as well onto the grass. So he's on the comeback trail as well. And look at that. Just once he gets clear of my bus, he's already dumped 7/10 on him. Just up ahead there, we've got Remo Grand making a move on Zaya as well. One of the new drivers to the series, Dante Zaya. Welcome to the fray. Gets the old switchback maneuver there on Remo as well. Gave him a little bit of a bath on the way out of that turn. That's beautiful stuff there in the red, bright red TVR Speed 6. Fantastic. These cars look really cool. They remind me, Zach and Dino, they remind me of little Dodge Vipers kind of thing. The way that the roof really sits low to the rest of the body.
Yeah, the old drag coefficient is very high, and look at that from Remo Grant. Just sends it around the outside. Old Zai just brake checked himself there, and he's going to lose another position to Atkins too in the meantime. But the old Dodge Vipers from Britain here putting on a show. Look at that from Zai, just confidence central out there, around the outside, trailer park girl style. Doesn't give Colton Atkins anything to think about, but Atkins up the inside, switchback, beautiful, done. Look at that from Atkins. He's right up there in the colourful livery, and he's looped it around too. Goodness gracious me, he nearly 360'd it, caught it at the last minute. Good car control there from the new boy on the block here, but at the moment it's going nuts on the timing tower. Lee James and Liam Holyoke have just come together, I think, there. And look at the back end of that one. No, Holyoke's just done that. Fabian Fitness, after his drive-through, is in 14th place.
Oh, no.
Brandon Atkins are going for it, too. It's all up and down. Oliver's having to go at P1, too. The timing tower is having an absolute Scheissenhausen moment there.
It certainly
and it's
is.
just given me all the curry in terms of the old adrenaline department. But look at this. Now it's heating up here. This is all over P18, 19 and 20, ladies and gentlemen. Firing up here. The old Maxwell Smart on the blower here with the shoe phone and just giving a bit of a dial there. Look at Zyra on the piss there too. Goodness gracious me, he's dancing it everywhere. He's looking like a bloody jazz singer there too. Just up and down with the notes. Looking for a bit of a samba action there, Dino. And now that David Smart's got a beautiful run up the back straight here. This is going to be a move.
He's going up the inside. He's going to take this. This is going to be a solid move. Look straight up the inside, nice and authoritative. He's got the move done. The battling for these guys here, it's definitely for sheep stations. And here we come back to Hack. He's catching up in the back of Grant. Look, Grant just seemed to be having a little bit of trouble there, and cars are going up. Hack sort of showing the nose there. He was going, but he's just going to settle in for now. Just follow him around. Now we've got the in-car view, so we can see what Hack's seeing here. He's right on Grant. I think he's just lining him up for a move. He's coming into this. Oh, he's beautiful. He's got that apex. Look at that speed on the way out of there. He's closing right in on Lockie. I think Lockie's probably looking just a little bit too much in the back mirror here, which will just give Hack the slip. But he's just waiting for a wrong move. Oh, he's gone wide, which should give him the exit. He should get exit speed. This will be an interesting little battle to watch.
Yep, certainly is. You can see just all four wheels on the slide there for Brendan Hark, doing a great job in that bright pink livery after an unfortunate start from him, so he's on the comeback trail as well. We can see there just how he's edging ever so closely to Grant, taking the piss out there in between those two turns as well. I guess that's a part of the track now, but here he goes right up behind him. There's only 2/10 of difference through Maggots and Beckett's. They go, and Lachlan Grant using a bit of the green stuff on the inside as well. On the slide now, this is going to be the advantage down onto the hanger straight if they can get there. He's going to go around the outside as Brendan Hark. We're going to get an inside view there, dash view. There we go. And he will be the first one to have a crack down into Stowe. Just needs to spot his braking mark and turn it in. Get to the apex first, Zach O'Reilly, and gets the job done. Lights ablaze down the inside.
Beautiful stuff there. Cracking move there from the Hackster. Clint Olive, though, has just gone bang and overtaken Munro. That was 0.3 of a second for the last 4 or 5 laps there between the two of them. Olive just unforced errored Munro and fully psychologically taken advantage there of the big man in the Broncos livery. But he's going back at him here in the dash cam view. We can see, look at the braking the capacity there of Munro. Olive's just almost absolute anchors there. Smoke signals coming from the back end. Munro's going for the switch back under bridge. This is going to be 2x2 Noah's Ark style. Look at this from the two boys racing, giving each other some racing room there as well. And Matt Munro just says, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. I'll slide it in there and just take the absolute P155, show me talent again. And it's P2 and 3 traded places once again. But in comes the Doc Elliott. Still not forgotten about is this man. He is absolutely on the absolute full prowl here tonight, like a big horny cat at midnight, looking for some action. And he is right up the clacker here. He could be on for a podium. We've got 3.5 minutes thereabouts ready to go. Butterking's leading this race by 0.8 of a second, and the old timing tower's just having an absolute Scheisenhauser moment once again. But look at this man, Doc Elliott, going for a Dino. You're in the old cahoots with this boyo. I'm feeling a little bit of favouritism in the old Simsational commentary box for the big man.
Oh, look, how can you not? He gets quite robotic when he's going, Andre. He gets vision and he just starts picking his marks and he does some beautiful driving. But, I mean, these two guys are two fast customers. He's right on Clint here. That was nearly a touch. If it wasn't a touch, I mean, these are two tough customers to go around, though. You got Munro and Olive. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, look at this. Andre just having a little dip up the inside. A bit of smoke coming out of the back of Clint Olive's car. Now they go side by side, wheel to wheel action here. Who is going to get the jump down into the slow chicane? We are on board here. It looks like Olive has the inside, runs him right out wide. Does Olive, but Andre manages to gather it up and now just has to single file in. But there's still sort of a little bit of a half overlap there as well as they go down through the. Where are we on the circuit? We are going into Maggots and Beckett's now, I believe. It's very hard to see.
Goodness me.
What?
Way off.
Well, I don't know the track that well, to be fair. We're going into the news section. From what I can tell,
under the bridge, mate.
Yeah, under the bridge. Oh, no! Under the bridge downtown, that's where we took some blood. And I tell you what, Andre Elliott just took all of his blood all out of the tyres there, and he's turning the wrong way. Back to the drawing board for poor old Andre.
Geez, he'd be spewing about that. He was right on the brink there of a podium position for the first one of season 19, and he'll be kicking himself. But the biggest advantageous gainer of this one is Jason McFadden. He's just come through at the moment. This is the deal for him. He's had $10,000 per P inside the top 10. He's had hair follicles come his way. Then he's had IQ points. Now this season, for the big man, every time he gets inside the top 10, Brian McFadden, all the way over from Ireland, singing to Delta Goodrum still, after all that, will be giving him 10,000 points of anti-aging cream. And I don't know what that means, but I'll tell you what that means in the racing department. It means no love lost there for Colton Atkins, because he has got up the inside there of the haircut, who has just oversteered on the exit and said, "No, I'm not doing that one." And Atkins up into 15th place here, just coming to grips with these TVRs. We'll see him in the couple of races coming up. I'll guarantee you he'll be up there for sure. But the Hackster, who cleanly took the podium position and P1 position in the practice session, has not been able to get his way through as easy as he likes. He's on the inside here of Lachlan Grant, who's been struggling all race here, locking up brakes left, right and centre. The 50% coin, the marker there from Martin Brundle, will be all over Hackster's inside line there. Will Lachlan Grant dances out the outside. Grant's on the bunda, sliding it back onto the circuit there, but the Hackster gets into 8th place. Says, "Thank you very much, Mother, for the rabbits. I will take that one kindly, sir." Lachlan Grant under all sorts of pressure because here comes Braveheart, who's just looking outside, inside, doing everything you possibly can here in the Namco livery at 88. He's driving the tits off this thing, is William Wallace, doing it for Scotland here, Dino. And Lachlan Grant's under all sorts of pressure here to maybe lose a top 10.
Mate, Wallace is pushing hard here. It's not over. He's right on the back of Grant. Grant's as loose as they come. I haven't seen anyone that loose in a long time. So here he goes. Wallace is just trying to line him up. I mean, the counter's down to 0, so the laps are counting right down now. I think he's too far away for a move, but it looks like Grant's gone wide. Wallace is still in there. Come on, mate. Do it for the country. You can do this.
In the meantime, Jake Buttigieg has crossed the line, taking the victory there in race 1, just getting the job done. Matt Munro crossing the line in P2. Clinton Olive with a P3 on his, well, I think it's his maiden podium there in the Wednesday Cup as well. Coming good at the right time. Beautiful driving there from him. Tommy Corks across the line in P4. Look at that. He's got the old EXT config files there with the chrome livery. Beautiful stuff there. The Birdman in 5th position. Jason McFadden crossing the line in P6 as well. Andrew Ferguson in P7. Brendan Hark down there in P8. I don't think he'd be too happy with that, to be fair. And Lachlan Grant as well in 9th. Hayden Wallace in 10th position and beyond.
Beyond is Andre Elliott. There he is. He's had enough. He absolutely knew he was on for a podium there. Fabian Fitness, a disappointing 12th for him. Opening his account here for season 19. Lee James will get 13th place off him as well. Holyoke and Liam will get through 14th place. 15th for Colton Atkins, just finding his way back through the field there. Get to terms with these ones. Brody Barber gets 16th, the haircut we like to call him. Remo Grandstand in 17th. Ezra Simmons in the rim will be there too. He likes it in the rim there, does Ezra Simons. Paul Buttigieg Sr. as well loves a bit of P20 action, but he's got 19th. David Smart on the 20th place on debut. My bus, your bus, whose bus? Gets 21st. Zaya. There, the old finger bus, exactly. Zaya gets 22nd. Sullivan in Shelley gets 23rd. 4th for Moore in there in Caleb, another debutant. The old erection there in Hardon gets 25th. And the head of the cheese board rounds out the top 26 there in the race. But boy, oh boy, this man just commanded that one. 11 seconds he won it by. You can see it on your screen there now. It was only 0.6 of a second between Munro and Olaf at the end for P2 and 3. Corks, 4th and 5th place there would be going to the mystery man, who I don't know who it is, Christopher.
Where are we looking? Sorry, I'm trying to sort out the thing. Top 5 was, let me have a look there. It was Jason McFadden in the 5th position there. So that's your top 5, ladies and gentlemen. But there's a massive exodus there from the server as well. So everyone jumping out. Jake Buttigieg taking the chockies there in race 1. And well-deserved. We've seen how quick he can be, ladies and gentlemen, and doing it for Malta, folks. So let's recharge our red cordials. Let's go and get some more peanuts, whatever you're into, maybe some donuts of the rubbered variety, whatever you want to do, because it is, yeah, you got time to go out and whip the old VN Commodore out and do some doughies before we come back for race 2, which is coming up in just a few moments.
Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources.
F3. Ah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for race 2. It is a 16-minute top 10 reverse grid, which means for Scotland, Hayden Wallace is off the front row here with Lachlan Grant right next to him in the DeWalt livery as well. It's going to be absolutely barnstorming here. The Hackster is off third place in the pink livery himself there. And then we've got Andrew Ferguson is going to be right there in the silver arrow right behind him too. We'll go up and down the grid if the chopper cam just decides to feather its way through. It's getting there.
Try.
We've got McFadden in 5th place. We've got Lee Crowther in 6th. We've got Tommy Cork 7th, 8th for Clint Olive, 9th for Matt Munro, and 10th for Doc Elliott, which I don't know if it is correct there. We might have some sort of server issue, I think, there in the grand scheme of things. Top 10 reverse
top
grid.
10 reverse. No, L. Oh, yeah. Where's Buttigieg?
Where is Jaco Horse?
He hasn't not entered the server yet, I believe.
Not entered the server, so he might be on here for a little bit. Tom Foolery.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. He's come in. There he is. That is the man in 10th place. So he will start in 10th himself. Doc Elliott will have to settle for 11th, but he's in good company with Buttigieg in front of him. Fabian Fitness in 12th place. Right behind him in the Plus Fitness livery is Lee James too. Looking very fiery indeed with the old fireballs. The old holy tree himself. The religious tree, Liam Holyoke. Lovely livery. Look at that. The old 2 bananas there. Goodness gracious me. That's a cracker. Colton Atkins in the rainbow style there. The haircut comes out in 16th place with another DeWalt livery there. Remo Grants for Speed Nation as well in 17th place. Ezra Simons, also another Speed Nation's derived livery there. Paul Buttigieg will get 19th in the air. Malta, 2nd of the grid. David Smart in 20th place there. My bus, your bus, whose bus in 21st, sorry. David Zaya will get through it. Dante, I'm going to call him Davide for this one in 22nd. But the lights are up, Christo. That means race 2 is up and about. We've got 16 minutes of hardcore racing coming our way.
Yeah, it sure is, and it will go in the blink of an eye. They are holding them in tow here. Let's see who's going to get the whole shot down into Cops. We are now racing, ladies and gentlemen, for race 2 here of season 19, round 1, and the charge of the Light Brigade and the TVRs. Let's see if they can all keep it down. It's Wallace leading into turn 1. Lachlan Grant behind him, and now look at how many cars are side by side. They're going 2x2 style here. Let's keep an eye on Jason McFadden. He was one of the recipients of the 5 kilo ballast down as they go through Cops and Maggots and Beckett's. There's two wide, 3 wide. Look at that. That is some clean racing, ladies and gentlemen. All it takes is a little bit of massaging in the old ego stakes, but look at that. Who's that up the inside there? I think that's Andre Elliott. Let's go and see how he's going. Very well indeed. Look at these TVRs splayed out across the track. He's trying to find a way up the inside there. He's got Matt Munro in front. He's got Fabian Fitness having a chime in up the inside. Let's go on board with Fabian because he can see all these drivers just having an absolute day out here at the moment. Oh, there's a car around. There's no, it's not. It's just smoke. There's someone going straight through. There goes Matt Munro, just been punted off the track there. I don't know who was responsible for that, but that is some bad driving there for whoever did that. But Jake Buttigieg in the thick of it as well. Got Tommy Corks in front and Andre Elliott behind. This is a spicy little first lap, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, look, it was Matt Munro all by himself there. He got crossed up. He just did the old tank slapper and lost it himself. No contact involved. Lachlan Grant reads this race, but look at Wallace and Haxter going at each other. Oh, my goodness me. That was beautiful stuff there from the Haxter to keep it under control. He's kept William Wallace at bay. And here comes Jason McFadden. Goodness gracious me. In the fair dinkum department, the old beauty products and anti-aging is coming to grips here for Jason McFadden. He knows it. He looks as old as a bloody 90-year-old at the moment. Oh, not with that behaviour, though. He's thinking about de-aging himself. He looks too young. He's gone back to teenage status there with after race 1 performance. Gets himself back into 4th place, survives that one. But Andrew Ferguson is going to come back at him pretty damn quickly here. I'll give you the hot tip. And it's all over there. What is going on with the timing tower? Goodness gracious me in the fair dinkum department. Nothing's happened on track there. It's just gone nuts there on the sidebar. Ignore that. Buttigieg is sailing his way around the outside though. He's got Doc Elliott there too. And Fabian Fitness coming at him at a rate of knots too. So we've got to see what these boys. Fabian's around the outside. The Plus Fitness TVR looking very racy. Just gives him an absolute bath on the way through into Maggots. Then we're in through the Beckett's here too. What can Jake Buttigieg do to get himself back into the old podium positions? Nothing, because Fabian's just put the medal down to the pedal and just said thank you very much. And I'm dyslexic tonight there. That was the pedal to the metal is what I was supposed to say.
Medal but to the pedal.
This is on like Donkey Kong. Look at the spread here from 3rd all the way down to at least 10th place. It's an average of half a second.
Mate, how tight is this? And here's Olive. He's trying to put a move on Buttigieg. He's trying to stay with these guys. It's the usual suspects coming through again, though. Olive seems to be trying to push. He just needs to get up the inside. Oh, someone's round. It's Jason. Jason's round. He's got a little bit of the anti-aging cream all over himself, and he's just lost it. A little too excited. The man, jeez. Hold it together, Jace. Hold it together. But, I mean, these guys are battling hard. Look at the gaps. They're right into it. This midfield. Oh, hang on. Hang on!
Oh, no. Who was that? Elliott. Bad news for Elliott there. Just losing the rear end and tapping out whoever that was that he collected there as well. I wish we had the replay function. That would be a fantastic one to have another geeze at, but it was one of the Speed Nation cars. I'm sure it was Elliott, but I may be wrong, folks. I had my eyes off the screen at the time, but it was one of those orange liveries just getting right up and losing control of the rear end and coming in and playing a bit of bowling as well. That was a strike if I'd ever seen one. 10 points for the Speed Nation crew. Tell you what's going on with the timing tower at this circuit. Just seems to not really want to play ball, but you just give it a couple of seconds and let it warm up, folks, and it does the right thing in the end. But looking up and down the timing tree, it looks like a couple of new drivers here, Hollyoak and Harden, going fast and hard at it.
Forced and hard there for Harden. He's just absolutely sent it into turn 1, but it's going to hurt him on the exit here because I tell you what, Liam Hollyoak, the religious tree, should be coming back at him at a rate of knots, but he doesn't. He just sends it back up to the inside. Now through Beckett's we come. Beautiful stuff here from these two, giving each other racing room, plenty of track width to go about it too. But look at that pushing there from the hard on. He's trying to plough his way through back into a potential 20th position here, but he's got to do it the hard way because around the outside goes the old religious tree. He's got the job done. Now he's going to single file back in, but look at this from the boy that's behind. Atkins is involving himself back in this one too. Just gets up the inside. Harden's got nothing to think about there. Atkins is up the inside. Hopefully they're big time at the moment. Lee James has dropped down the field too in the meantime as well. Now we're looking at a three-way suck train here between 23rd, 22nd and 21st position. Oh, nearly contact there. In fact, I think there was there too between Atkins and Holyoke. And they've traded places there. Harden's gone through back into 23rd. Now he's going to get 22nd position just on the nose there too. He's on the wrong side of the circuit. Somehow, Liam Holyoke has survived that little opening stanza there between the two of them. 10.5 minutes to go under in this race 2. And they're absolutely up on lock. Donkey Kong here, Clint Olive is just filing his way back through the field. He's got Dr. Dre in front of him, who became a cropper 2 laps ago. Now he's got to get himself further up the grid, think about where he can go, and go for that opening stanza here that he can go. Lachlan Grant, in the meantime, Dino's just a set of 52 there to start his opening stanza, only leading it by half a second over the Hackster. So the lead is on like Donkey Kong here.
Geez, that's fast race pace. These guys are not mucking around. He's absolutely going for it. We got more here coming up on Remo. I mean, there's just battles all up and down the field. Where do you go with this? But Moore seems to be... Oh, Remo's just gone a little bit slidey there, but then Moore's he's just lost the exit of the corner. So, I mean, these two guys are going to battle hard. 16th, 17th, it's pretty hot real estate at the moment. But up the front here, it looks like Lockie's on. We got, oh, who is this? It's Lockie and Hack. These two guys right at the front for the lead. Where else do you want to see a battle? I mean, Chris, what is happening here?
Look at that. Good old tussle there for the front of the WC field. And what a better time to do it here. It looks like Hack just going half defensive down there through the chicane. A little bit of a tail wag there from the 103 DeWalt livery of Lachlan Grant as well. And just in the moment, he just got left behind as well. Just kicked about 7/10 down the road, did Brendan Hark, with Hayden Wallace now chiming in on the back. We can see Andrew Ferguson in the background as well. Then we've got Fitness out there in no man's land with Buttigieg behind him, with Crowther looking up the inside is Clinton Olive there, getting on the brakes, and a little bit of smoke out the back too, just pinching the front left there in that TVR Speed 6. Not the way you want to go about it, and that's just giving up the ghost there to the guys in front of him. But the closest battle on track is probably this here at the moment. It's everyone's just kind of cleared out to about half a second, if not. Actually, it's Colton Atkins down here on the back of my bus, getting right up behind him there in the lime green. And I'll tell you what, Colton Atkins probably not used to being so far down the field before he gets punted. I don't know if he's been punted this race, but I'll tell you what, he's down there battling it through here, and he's got the lime green all in front of him here and all to play for.
Yeah, he's got it all to play for, and he's looking very, very spicy. He's just found his little grip and rhythm here, I would say, in these TVR Speed 6s. He's just finding his way through the field here at Silverstone. Not a place that he's normally accustomed to. The Americans like to turn left a lot, and I'll tell you what, it's got left and rights all up and down the field here at the moment here in Silverstone. He's trying to find his way back around through the first turn we go. This is beautiful stuff. Atkins just looking a little bit spicy there. Gone wide there, has my bus, whose bus, your bus, and he's got the job done. In fact, 19th position, thank you very much. Easy as you like. He'll take that position. Thank you, brother, for the rabbits. He says into P19 he goes. Up and down the field, it's looking pretty close here between a couple of the drivers. We're going to go here to Clint Olive, because right now he's looking all over the back of Andre Elliott, who had an absolute mare there in the opening stanza. So half spun himself around off into the field, but Doc Elliott is under all sorts of pressure here. He's got Olive hounding him like an absolute mastermind of racing pace, and Olive just lost that bit of position there. Andre Elliott just got the better traction out of the corner. Now it's on again, because look at this. Zaya is getting hounded here by Holyoke. The old religious tree is trying to send it around the outside. He won't get the job done here. Zaya's just early on the brakes and spun it and looped it, and absolutely 180'd himself around. Pirouetted, stuck on the field. Up goes Holyoke. He'll be absolutely happy with that one. Matt Munro is an absolute dead set mare here in race 2. We're back down there in 22nd position for him. Not the place to go for the old Brisbane Broncos tonight. No. I'll give you the hot tip. Look at that, Dino Hanley. He's just going for it. Up the inside he goes.
Oh, mate, he seems to be pushing pretty hard here. He's coming back from 21st now. Now he's got the minibus to try and get around, and that thing is wide. What do we got up here? We got Lockie Grant. He's out on his own here. Buttigieg's a 51.8. Now, if that isn't pushing, I don't know what is. This guy is pushing hard. Ferguson's coming on in the back of Wallace here. He wants that podium position. Look at him.
Yeah, coming on the back of him indeed, and that's some interesting
Oh my goodness
words
me.
there from you, Dean Handley. That's yeah. Look, Zach O'Reilly shaking his head in disgust, but it's all part of the theatre here, ladies and gentlemen. The Wednesday Cup. Let's join in to this little battle here. Ferguson on the back of Hayden Wallace. Whether he's coming or going, that's another debate to be had.
He puts his jeans backwards, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't know whether he's coming or leaving, that's for sure. Ferguson is just going for it here at the moment. Goodness gracious me. It is all on my Donkey Kong. The time tower's going nuts here at the Silverstone circuit. It doesn't know what it's doing. But we know that Fergo's in fourth. And he's hounding the back here of William Wallace. Scotland versus Scotland, in fact, too. These are two Scottish absolute barnstormers here. They're going for it, and they're handing the back of him. Look at the behaviour there from Fabian Fitness. Just absolutely lost it completely. Skips over the inside field and just says, I'll just cut that chicane, ladies and gentlemen. But he's got dirty tyres. So Ferguson, he is no longer under threat there. He's just going to file his way back through his Fabian now. So that Plus Fitness car coming alive here in the final stanza here. 4 minutes and 50-odd seconds left to go in this one. And now they're racing for sheep stages, because I tell you what, Fergo's got it right up the arse end here now of William Wallace. He's giving him the good old hurry up here, just saying, I'm coming for you, mate. Don't worry about the silver stuff, but I'll put it on the bunda there just to give you a free kick. And Fabian's gone through and absolutely said, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. That is as easy as taking candy off a baby. For fifth place there for Fabian Fitness. Boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department, it is now 2 positions gained between himself and Buttigieg in the championship. Buttigieg took the first one by a country mile. Fabian's gone off the circuit. So has Ferguson behind. A bit of monkey see, monkey do action. But Fergo is now on the inside. No, he won't go for it. Goodness me, great. That would have absolutely been disaster if they came together, giving each other racing room kindly as you like. Fergo's just saying, don't you worry about it, mate. You go for it. But at the front of this one, Wallace is struggling. You can see that car up in the foreground there, just dancing and diving and doing an absolute jive around Maggots and Beckett's there, gets it pulled up, and now Ferguson's got half a suck here, Dino, and he's looking like half an opportunity here to get Fitness if he can get this corner done.
Mate, Fergo's going to ride Fitness here. Oh, geez, choice of words, Dino. Fergo's going to have a go on Fitness here. He really is. But Fitness, I'm sure he's just got his eyes forward. He'll be looking at Wallace. He'll want that third place on the podium here. He's nice and close now. He hasn't cut the chicane. That's a great job. He's made the corner. So I'm sure he's going to want third place here. I mean, this is a title defence. He's going to want it. He's going to want it.
Yeah, he certainly is. This is a title defence, and after a pretty good showing there in the first race too, he's probably got that blood absolutely boiling there in the hot seat too. But a P4 is what you can do in these cars. That's all you need really to hold that title defence. But he's probably not going to be happy with the P4 with 3 minutes to go here in race 2 of round 1. He wants every single point to be stacked up under that Plus Fitness team, and wants it all at the end as well. Look at this, right up under the rear wing. Now you can almost see the pixels of the Namco signage on the back of that Hayden Wallace machine too. Now through the final turn of this circuit, he's going to have maybe a little bit of a dip up into Cops. That's Lewis Hamilton style. I don't think it's going to happen for him this time. A little bit sideways too, but gets the power down now, uses up every little bit of that apron too. Now on the run down to Maggots and Beckett's. It's not really the standard overtaking spot, but it can be done if you can get it right. But it's more about just setting it up and being right up under the rear wing. I think he's got the advantage here. Just late apex. Oh, made a little bit of a meal to it, just a little bit too sideways on the old slip angle now. And speaking of slipping, Hayden Wallace has been able to slip away down the hanger straight into Stow for the 8th time.
Yeah, he's got the old KY lubricant just absolutely running at the moment. He's slippery as, I'll tell you what, I don't even want to say it. Oh, it's after 9 o'clock, but I won't say it. But I'll tell you what, it is beautiful here. It's orgy style here. Look at Fabian Fitness just trying to get his way back into this one. And he's really hounding you. He knows a P3 is of advantageous position in the championship. He has got 2 positions already at the moment, advantage over Jake Buttigieg. So he needs to get himself back onto the song here right now. This Fabian Fitness looking on board with him. He's looking up the inside. He's just showing the nose here where he needs to on William Wallace. And speaking of which, though, we've got to give full credit to William Wallace because he has absolutely driven the tits off this TVR here for race 2. He is absolutely flying. He's got full pressure point behind him, and on board here with Fabian Fitness, just nosing that car in beautifully. He's going to go for the switchback move here. If William Wallace on the slide there too, goodness gracious me, both of the cars dancing on ice here. Full Olympic style, and they're absolute ballerinas here at Silverstone. Looking very, very racy. Fabian's going to go for the old up and under move here. Can't get the job done. They're both taking the same line here, so it's a bit of monkey see, monkey do action, sheep station style here. Fabian knows all about the sheep action. I'll give you the hot tip in a Kiwi, but William Wallace here is 100% racing like his life depends on it. P3 is all up for grabs here. He's got 43 seconds before the race ends. This is the final lap of the race, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going to be over here. Can Fabian not go off into the bunda too many times in this lap and take it off William Wallace here for P3, Dino? I'll tell you what, these boys are racing hammer and tong.
Mate, this is going to be fantastic. Fitness will not give up until he's crossed that finish line. He will want third place. He's just trying to line it up. He's got slide on the car there, but it seems to be a good slide. I thought he would have lost a lot of his momentum, but he seems to be coming on the back of Wallace here. He's going to come up. He's looking for the inside, the outside. He's gone. Oh, beautiful move. He's gone up the inside. Is he going to make this stick? Oh, he's finally got it done. The patience has paid off. The patience has paid off. That's a great move up the inside. So he's moved himself to third place on the podium. Beautiful move there.
Yeah, podium move there from Fabian Fitness, getting the job done, just using that patience as well. Beautiful stuff, knowing that probably Lachlan Grant and Brendan Hark are out of touch here at the moment. Speaking of which, we got to go to Harkster because he's only a few turns away from taking P1 here in race 2. We're keeping one eye on that little battle up there in front, but it looks like Fitness is just gapping Wallace here at the moment. Ferguson may be chiming in as well, but it's all about the Hackster. He's got 1, 2, 3 corners to the end, but we'll stick on here because it looks like Ferguson going to try and pull a few cherries off that tree before it goes right. Here he goes now, but it's time to give the winner some love, ladies and gentlemen. Brendan Hark surrounding the final couple of turns now to take victory here in race 2 of season 19. Look at him go, the sparks fly, and that is a brilliant drive there from him. Look at this. Buttigieg though is going to try and pull Ferguson's pants down. This is going to be very close across the line. It's a drag. Ferguson gets there. P5. Buttigieg will have to settle for P6. Beautiful finish there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness me, that was like an absolute crescendo, then back down to the old baritones. I'll give you the hot tip. That was incredible. Good stuff there from those two. Beautiful racing all up and down the field, mind you. Fabian Fitness just gets third place. That is a cracking drive, but the Hackster led this race from start to finish, basically in the pink mobile. Just showed us all how it's done in a TVR Speed 6, and that I would say is his second win in the Wednesday Cup fashion. And he's done a great job there, just showing us all how it's done, signalling as a pink mobile for the series. Lachlan Grant gets second place, 3 seconds behind him. Absolutely had a battle on his hands in race 1, but comes through the podium in race 2. So a good result from him. Fabian Fitness gets third place in the old Plus Fitness testosterone and trenbolone injected mobile there of the TVR. Give you the hot tip. He's done well. He's just showing off there in the later stages of the cool down lap. William Wallace gets fourth. He'll be happy with that. In that one, fought for his life for P3. Couldn't get a job done. Fergo just setting the time and terror alight. There was this man back in the Wednesday Cup and showing us how it's done here in the TVRs. P5 for him. Buttigieg gets 6th place as well. Still on for a round win here if he can get an absolute beauty off the start-finish straight here for race 3. Crowther, the Birdman. 7th place. He'll be happy with that. The old Larry Bird, the Birdman from downtown, gets it done. Tommy Corks gets 8th place himself in the old pearlescent liveried tinted windows, no driver helmet style mobile there in the T8. P9 goes to Clint Olive. A gallant effort for him. He'll be licking his wounds a little bit, but he'll be off row 4, I think, for the row 3, in fact, for race 3. Andre Elliott gets 10th place. Could have had a podium for him. McFadden's circulating his way around the field. 11th place for him. So no anti-aging cream coming his way. Brody Barber gets a P12. Good showing for him as well as Simons. 13th, Lee James 14th. 15th place for Remo Grand. Paul Buttigieg gets himself a top 20 with 16th, 17th for Colton Atkins. And whose bus anyone's bus, my bus, gets 18th place with the Religious Tree 19th. And the head of the cheese board gets himself back into 20th place there, Christopher. That was a race to remember for sure.
Yeah, that's your top 20 run and won. But Brendan Hart taking, second blood here in this this first round of season 19 of the Wednesday Cup. They all start to file out of the server, and I think we will do the same, ladies and gentlemen, as we will go to the break. Does Dino want to take us to the break, son?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go and refresh your condiments, as they say, and get ready. I believe we've got a third one coming up, and you know, from my experience, it's always the last one when the guys cut loose. So really looking forward to this one. So hold on to your hats, people, and we will see you in a jiffy. And welcome back for the third race, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going to be an absolute cracker. We've got Remo off P1, James off P2, Simon's off P3, Barber off P4, Jace off P5. I mean, the field is just going to light up here. You got to watch for those fast guys coming through the back there, Jace. Back. I just said Jace's name. I know. That's the first fault of the night, mate. Put a point against me.
That's all right. Negative 20 kilos ballast to you on the old big bangers. Plus 20 kilos, actually.
I'll take the negative weight, mate.
We'll retract that statement as plus 20 kilos. Andre Elliott is off 6th place himself, so he'll be fired up and ready to go. He should be on for a win here, I reckon. That's my smoky for this one. 7th place for Clint Olive. 8th place for Tommy Corks in the pearlescent liveried car. Lee Crowther, the Birdman, gets himself into 9th place. Jake Buttigieg, 10th. After a bit of a mare there in race 2 for himself. Fergo gets 11th place. Simsational stuff from him on debut again. William Wallace in 12th in the Namco livery. 13th for Fabian Fitness. 14th for Lachlan Grant, who got 2nd in the last one. And 15th there, Christopher Munro will get Brennan Harkster off that row there right now. Da 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 da. Yeah, hard and fast, absolutely, at the moment. Look at this. This is a beautiful opening stanza from the both of these boys. Give it a hot tip. Lee Crowther just showing the nose here on William Wallace. William Wallace is electing for the mid-track apex and then fires out the other side, and it worked for him. You can see that Lee Crowther just had to get on the accelerator pedal a bit earlier. Heard him on the exit. Lee James has gone with a 203 to start this one off. So he's leading the pack here by 8/10 over Doc Elliott as well. Filing into turn 1 we go. The Birdman is right there up him. Clint Olive, however, is just doing an absolute barnstorm of a race at night tonight. He has found some form in the big bangers and now transferring that over to the Wednesday Cup. So that Jake Buttigieg, though, however, goodness gracious me, Remo Grant's holding him up at a rate of knots here too. This will be absolutely killing him. You can see those cars going off into the distance. The old cork in the bottle is Remo Grant here. Jake Buttigieg switches to the outside. He's gone to the right. Now he's got the overlap here. The old pace disadvantage in Remo Grant's department. Buttigieg's going to send it up the inside. Lee James and Andre Elliott have traded positions at the front too, but this one's on like Donkey Kong. Look at Jake Buttigieg up the inside. Thank you very much. He says he'll go for it, but Remo Grant's sticking a fat. There's still some overlap between between the two of them. Now they're going hammer and tongs. This is a beautiful maneuver into the chicane. Who's going to breathe first? Looks like Buddy and Remo have just given each other the old Tijuana. But at the back of this one, we've got the haircut and a punt there in the background there too. Oh my goodness, Remo Grant's been bumped out of the way. Now Barber's involved in this one. On board with Tommy Corks. Tommy Corks is looking at this one going, how am I involved in this one? You can see the haircut there on the outside and slipstreaming. Can he get a 2-for-1 deal? Fergo's going to watch this one on board and think, holy mackerel, I've got a P9 coming his way. Nearly gets a job done there too. Barber just sticks him fat. Fergo's under all sorts because up the inside goes Lachlan Grant there as well. Just punterinoed himself. Goodness me, fatting up the front here. He's handing the back end of Clint Olive too. Now these boys are looking at absolute dead set racing in the fair dinkum department. Andre Elliott just skipped away to a 1.5 second lead there. McFadden's trying to get himself back on the anti-aging cream Benjamin Button style. Corks is going around the outside here thinking about what he can do. He's got Brody Barber, Lachlan Grant always looking for some sort of action. I'll tell you what, Remo Grant's had a mare because here comes Tommy Corks up the inside. He will take him onto the front straight away we go. This is beautiful stuff there from Tommy Corks. Thank you very much. He says, I'll take P7 off you and get it done. Remo Grant nearly switched back to him on the inside there too. Cracking little opening stanza here from these boyos. 12 and a half minutes thereabouts ready to go. Lee James is involved too. And these boys are going hammer and tong. Dino, it's going to be a suck down the old hanger straight here.
Oh, mate, this is on. I see McFadden's just going up the inside. Is he going to hold on the outside? He's still holding there. So here we go. They're going to race up. They're going up into the corner here. It's a big right-hander coming up. If Jace can hold it there, these guys, this is what happens when fast guys start coming through the field. They've all got a bit of a gap here. The battle's on. Jace up the inside. There's smoke. It's all going on. The Indian smoke signals are out. These boys are into it.
According to Sly Fox Designs there, Christopher Munro, your microphone has just died in the ass after some brilliant commentary there. He's chimed into the chat. Goodness me, unmute yourself. Goodness gracious me. Some dead air there, ladies and gentlemen, but don't worry about it. That was some beautiful calling. Lee Crowther is right up there. He's given the old skin fade to a rest of him there. He's given the old skin fade a haircut. Just said, I'll take P11, as Chris Munro said. But now he's got a good old charge here. He's on the back of Lachlan Grant, who's been struggling all night to keep that TVR in the best of podium positions. And at the moment, it looks like the Birdman is going hammer and tong. He's just firing it through bridge section here. Quick flick to the right-hand side. Get it plowed in there in these TVRs. Fire your way through the grid, and they go for it. And I'll tell you what, it's up and down the field here. Look at Buttigieg getting hounded here by McFadden. Oh, Buttigieg on the slide there too. Beautiful stuff there, car control-wise. But at this stage of the race, it is absolutely on the Donkey Kong. I'll tell you what, the anti-aging cream Benjamin Button style is the best enforcement here for Jason McFadden. He wants to gain his hair follicles back. He wants to look less wrinkly here at the moment. He's looking as wrinkly as an old man's you-know-what at the point in time. Look at Jake Buttigieg sliding it in there. Jason McFadden's got a beautiful run. He hasn't got the overlap here at the moment. On board we go with him. He won't get that job done here. Into Maggots he goes. Jake Buttigieg single files his way through. McFadden on the slide. Absolutely on the limitations there with those hard tires on these TVRs. It's happening here. Grada Ferguson have also gone hammer and tongue in the background there too. Unless the timing tower's just giving me an absolute misère. No, it hasn't, because here comes Clint Olive. He is looking all over the back of the widest TVR on the circuit. Ezra Simon's in front of him, trying to trailer park Girl around the outside. Beautiful stuff down the hanger straight. They outbreak each other. Smoke signals from the Himalayas, as Dino said before. And it's just Clint Olive just sends it into P2. Ezra Simon has to settle for P3, and he's lost it here too at the moment. Oh, look at that. That is Olive just sending it back into P3. Maybe something to do with hardware there, because that was on the Donkey Kong. Lee James, however, right, driving the tits off this TVR, Dino.
Mate, this is a beautiful job. Lee's just coming up on this while Olaf and Simmons fight it out. It just gives James, and here's Buttigieg. Oh, he's up there too. He's decided to join the party. Welcome, mate. Welcome. He's just coming up on the back of all of these guys, so he can just sit back for a moment, watch these guys play silly buggers, and then jump in and pounce at the opportune moment. I mean, we've got McFadden coming in as well. This is getting a real angry gaggle of cars, these guys. I can't pick who's going to have this one, but I think Olaf, he's all over the back of Ezra. But as you said before, mate, Ezra has to be one of the best at making his car as wide as a bus.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. We've seen it in the past for the... oh, look at that big slide there from McFadden as well. But Ezra, no stranger to making that thing as wide as humanly possible. But in all that defence, it's let Elliott just dip down the road by about 5 seconds as well. So he's let the... I guess it's a bit of team orders there as well. I've got to the front, mate, and can you just hold these guys up for as long as possible? And he's doing his job very nicely indeed. But Olive did get the job done last time around, but managed to take a little bit of an advantage off the circuit. So he did redress, and it was a very nicely done redress indeed. Got that position back to Ezra Simons, but now it's time to do it for real and do it properly this time. He's gone defensive, has Ezra Simons down into Stowe this time, but it is possible to hang it fat around the outside, and Clinton Olive's going to show us how it's done. Bit of smoke there coming from the outside tyres, but look at that, just on the drive, beautifully done. Ezra trying to rub doors, but it's not going to happen for him this time, because now Olive has the inside run for the chicane, gets that job done, maybe a little bit wide. He needs to consolidate this, otherwise Ezra Simon's going to be a very big headache for him. Now he gets the job done, power to the floor, and it's Jake Buttigieg's turn to line up on Simons this time.
Goodness gracious me, that was beautiful stuff there. Buttigieg's just singing around and thinking about a podium positioning. He's got an opportunistic opportunity, so to speak, between himself. So he's got Simons in front of him and Clint Olive that he knows is quicker than both of them in Jake's head. But how can he navigate them without some 5 kilo ballast being applied to him? Look at the slip angle there from Ezra Simons. Just dances on the rear end, brake bias style, and they're coming into it. Beautiful stuff here. Final 3 turns of the racetrack here at Silverstone. Olive has gone wide. Simons has gone wide as well. Now Buttigieg's full Tokyo drifting his way around, and look at that for car control. Beautiful stuff there from Jake Buttigieg. It's going to hurt him a little bit, but not too much. He's got to be wary though. If he keeps putting that performance on, Jason McFadden's going to be up into P4 in a heartbeat. This is going to turn into a 7-car suck train, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, if you're a absolute UK lady of the night, I'll tell you what, you'll be willing to get some hot tips here as we come down the hanger straight after Maggots and Beckett's here. This could be on like Donkey Kong here for P4 and P3 too, mind you. Buttigieg trying to get his way back up into the podium. Simons is on the slide there. Buttigieg just cool, calm and collected. Ezra's making that TVR as wide as 10 of those things at the moment. Really putting the defensive on. Up to the bunda he goes. He's going to go onto the infield, not lose too much advantageous position, but it's going to be enough because Buttigieg's going to take him by a literal country mile here. Just hands out the scissors on the banger straight and goes, thank you very much, I'll take that one off you. Jason's seen that, knows that it's going to be a little bit grippy, unaware. Look at that from those two. Nearly checked up into each other as well, Dino. This is cracking stuff. Jason McFadden is on for P4 here if he happens at the moment, but I'll tell you what, the Birdman is on the charge in P10.
Mate, he needs all the help he can get. He needs the anti-aging cream, and he needs to do something about the construction of his face in general. But anyway, let's get back to the racing here. We've got Grant, and we've got Wallace trying to chime in on Grant here. This is an angry pack of 5. So we've got Wallace and Crowther side by side here. They're having a good run for it. We've got Remo. Remo's trying to hold on as well. Oh, this is all happening. And Fergo does the excuse me.
Wow.
These guys, and there's still not been a touch yet. Oh, we got Hayden Wallace still holding it there. Oh, no, he's through now. Lockie's through now, but I don't think Hayden will let that one go. And here comes Adkins. He's coming in as well. These guys, this is going to continue for a bit.
Yeah, back shots are plenty here, Dino. I can hear you wanting to say it. Here we go. Let's ride on
Love
board.
me a back shot.
We all know Dino's favourite position,
Yeah,
Jesus.
absolutely. Kirsty, get ready because he's on a high from tonight's broadcast. Oh, look at that. Who's that off the...
Grant.
Lachlan Grant. He's dropped a number of positions down there as well, so he will go down to 14th position. They're swapping all over as they do every time they go past the start finish line. It is absolutely taken the P155 here, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. But that was a fantastic little exchange from all those guys involved. Brabber and Lachlan Grant in very similar liveries as well as they go through into this turn. Well, exactly the same liveries as we say. Gee, goodness me. Let's see from Paul Buttigig's perspective. He's got a couple of tools in front of him, as they say. But I've heard they're pretty good blokes in real life, so we won't give him too much of the old tool talk. Tim the Toolman on the go there in front. Look at him weaving down the back straight there. Lachlan Grant looking around Barber, but Barber knows where to place that car, and it looks like Lockie's just going to try and send it around the outside and dip up the inside. This is fantastic racing for both of these guys, keeping it mean, keeping it clean. I don't know which one's which. It's Lachlan Grant that we're looking at going around the outside through the chicane now onto the grass. He can't take advantage from that. He's going to come out in front of Barber when he finally gets back onto the circuit. No, he's actually dropped a hell of a lot of positions there, and fair enough too. Let's look up because look at this, another 4-car battle. It's just all kicking off here with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, look at this. You can see William Wallace just defending for his life because he's got Colton Atkins is very angry behind him, and an even angrier Fabian Fitness too, just in tow there, injecting the testosterone and trembolone into him. Look at that for a slip angle moment. They're absolutely on song of these two. Look at Fitness up the inside, gets the job done on Colton Atkins here. Unless they try to do Noah's Ark style, they do 2 by 2. Look at Colton Atkins, just full aggression on the slide there too. So Fabian's going to get the overlap and up the inside. 5 kilos ballast if that gets punted onto both of them now. So they're even Stevens here. Fabian get the advantage of that one. 12th place for him. He is looking at this. Look at Atkins, though, however, on board with him. Fabian's gone to the inside. This is disaster panning out here. Hopefully they don't come together. Fabian just sent it up the inside. Thank you very much. Atkins had to give himself the old Tijuana. But he'll get the old switchback here too. Just as we
what's happening?
Look at that. Big moment there for Ezra Simmons. And McFadden's got 4th place. Beautiful stuff. Ezra Simons has lost 2 places in one corner. He's gone from 4th all the way down to 6th place now. And Tommy Corks is absolutely loving this. He's just seeing the absolute heavens open in front of him and said, thank you, Mother. Moses parted the seas. Thank you very much, he says. I'll get P5. Simons has to lick his wounds here now. He'll just have to go back to the drawing board and think about another one there for our all position. But this man here has been on fire all night here as Lee Crowther, just showing us how it's done in the Birdman, just showing it's at the old Celtic style, and he's looking half a move up the inside of Ferguson. Won't get the job done here. Fergo's early on the brakes. Crowther up the inside, just thinking about it once again. And look at the old advantageous department going for the old wide angle and then back cuts it in on the apex there as well. Now Fergo's got a little bit to think about. He can see that lime green car behind him getting ever so closer in the mirrors. In fact, it's side by side now coming into the chicane. This is beautiful stuff. Down the farm straight we'll go once we exit this one. Who's got the best positional advantage? It looks like Fergo's just cut the inside of the chicane and come out of it looking rearwards now between himself and Lee Crowther. Beautiful, beautiful driving from these boys. Where Fergo's on the piss there. He's just nearly lost a position in the background too. There's Remo Grant, Toko drifted it, and behind him William Wallace has gone for a move to up the inside. Oh, beautiful stuff there from Scotland for William Wallace. Braveheart in your heart out, but Remo Grant's gone for the switchback, 4-wheel drifting through that beautiful right-hand sweeper, and it's still on here. Crowther and Wallace all going for a couple of moves there, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, you name it. It's all on like hot property here for the top 10, Dino.
Oh, these guys have pushed hard for the end of the race. I'd love to see the final finishing position here. But here's our race winner, everyone. Doc. Old Doc, he just sort of got out in front and went for it. That was a beautiful drive. As I said, gets nice and robotic. And when he's on the run, he's on a run. Well done, Doc. Then we got Olaf in second. Yeah, Zach picked that one.
Yeah,
got to give it to you, Zach.
7th on the grid. Andre Elliott carved his way through. I don't know if Zacho. I don't know if you picked.
That's what I do, mate.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Did you pick a winner yesterday? If not, you've got your comeuppance anyway.
Yeah, well, look, Sportsbet wasn't kind to me yesterday, but that man, Doc Elliott, got P1, got it done. So did Clint Olive, too. Beautiful P2 for him. He's on fire tonight.
Yeah,
this guy's
absolutely.
just hitting some form late in the year of 2025 is Clint Olive. Jake Buttigieg, standout performance from him. 3rd place for him after fighting his way back through the field. Gets that podium position he wants to have. McFadden. Oh, my goodness gracious me. He needs some panel beating in the old facial department, but I'll tell you what, after this round, he is right up there. He'll be looking pretty good at the moment. He's fresh out of the box, fresh look of paint for him. Tommy Corks gets 5th. Lovely showing from him. Ezra Simons, gallant in 3rd place defensive there, but has to settle for 6th place and just loops it on the final corner there. Lee James gets 7th place as well. Outdone his mate Matt Munro, who was nowhere in the last race to be seen. He probably rage quit, did that man. Yep. Fergo, 8th place for him. Birdman, 9th place. And Remo Grande there, Christopher, gets 10th place to round out those proceedings.
Yeah, beautiful showing there from our top 10. Hayden Wallace comes in the 2 legs, ladies, number 11 there with Fitness just behind him. He was driving like a man possessed, but just couldn't get as far as he wanted to up the grid. Colton Atkins on the comeback trail, 13th for him in race 3. Brody Barber as well, we saw with some nice defensive work in 14th position. Paul Buttigieg in 15th with number 8 there in for the Air Malta team. We've got Lachlan Grant in 16th position, Liam Hollyoak in 17th, Brendan Hark in 18th. David Smart has left the building. Thomas Marzella, the head of the cheese board, 20th again for him as well. A couple of 20s for him and a nice little slide on the stream for everyone to see. Caleb Moore, new to the series, a debutant in Wednesday Cup. So show him some love, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to keep these newbies around. It's hard to get going in this kind of star-studded field, as Dino perturbed to before the racing indeed. So Harden as well. Clap him in, ladies and gentlemen. They've done well in 24th, 22nd with Carl Maivas returning to the Wednesday Cup field after a leg injury, I believe. So he'll be getting better and better with every week. Dante Zaya as well, another newcomer to the Wednesday Cup. Clap him in or her in. I'm not too sure. We'll have to get confirmation on that as well, and where you're from as well. It's we've gone international here at Simsational TV, so we could be you could be from anywhere on the planet tuning in on a 6:30, 7 o'clock Australian time. You might get some night owls from Europe or some even earlier night owls from the US. Who knows, Dino? Because we are dead set everywhere now.
Yeah, this has gone around the world. I mean, I wouldn't rule out Mongolia either, mate, but this has gone all around the world. Great racing here. Everyone seems to want to be involved with it. I think it's the calling too, guys. You two gentlemen, just masters in the combox. Love it.
Don't give us too much credit, Dino. You were right there with us the whole way as well, my friend. That was a beautiful triplet style in the commentary box. Fabian Fitness has gone bang with a $3 super chat as well. The cheers, boys, he says. So thank you, Fabs, for that. Hope you enjoyed that one as well, mate, on the track there. It was awesome. Matt Hagerman says, well done, all great night. And Toowoomba,
dizzy
here,
stuff.
lads, for the old Jeremy Bond, the old J Bond, inserts himself into the chat there as well. It was beautiful stuff. But, goodness gracious me, what an opening round. Season 19, if you wanted racing and you wanted it hard, clean and fast, you got it here tonight. That was fantabulous. Doc Elliott took out the final one of the night, as predicted expertly by yours truly here on Simsational TV. And he's done a beautiful event, rang out. New Zealanders chimed into the chat saying, rooster, 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 times 7 there. Tom Marzella's gone in as well. Finished somewhere around the top 20, racing up the back. Smiles all around for the old big boy. Dino Hanley in the chat as well, just doing the old two things. I reckon Dino needs a old sex change there, just can do two things at once. But Feral as well in there as well. But beautiful stuff here from everyone. It's been an absolute rip snorter of an event. Loved every single moment of it here with you tonight. Driver of the day, Christopher Munro. We forgot to give it, but I'm going to have to give it to Doc Elliott after that performance there as well. So he's well and truly exited the server, I would say.
Yeah, we missed that one.
He gets my vote there for driver of the day. I think Dino will be absolutely just doing some back shots on him come next Tuesday in the Rangier because from that performance with the old teammate compatriot. But that's Silverstone, ladies and gentlemen, 2005 style TVR Speed 6s. Simsational TV involved. The head of the cheese board's gone bang with a $3 donation
thanks,
as well. Legend. But it's all over and done for us here tonight at the Wednesday Cup. It's been a pleasure to have you all with us in viewership land. Christopher Munro puts the M in magnificent. Dino Hanley puts the H in Hagrid for sure. And absolute harmonious sort of commentary to style from him tonight. Just beautiful dulcet tones. I'm Zach O'Reilly. Guess what? You're not, ladies and gentlemen. But for us here at Simsational TV, until Friday night and Sunday with the big bangers and Formula Fridays, mind you, it's all over for us here. It has been a Simsational TV production brought to you by yours truly, Christopher Munro, here as well at Simsational TV. And as always, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Keep it flat out.
Simsational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.